Hello, it's Molly on this rainy day, and I just wanted to make a flip-through video of my Book of Magic Days for March, and I get these printed in half size with the cover from my own local Staples. I do have to email them to tell them that I want it half size like this. You can use the files and get it printed out as a full 8.5 by 11 sheet, and that works too. I always put my snapshot cards in the middle, on the inside covers as pockets. Let's see what's back here. Pockets to store the snapshot cards, and that works really well for me. I keep the little cards that I'm using in my daily practice logbook. I don't use one every day, so the extras are just left tucked in there. Have some extra stickers in there, and my little extra, I had little extra cards for Affirmations of Emerging, which was a free series I was offering in March, and so I have the extra cards from that in there. Printed out the daily graphic and put it here. It's very small, but it still works to help me remind me what the words of the day are. I've referenced before that I'm actually using new words of the day and the published words of the day. So starting with the, this is actually a mushroom, and then I have been keeping my writing a little bit more simple this year, and that's felt pretty good. And then I write on this side and I just cover it up. I just cover it up every day after I write, because I transcribe it, so I don't need to have the written copy, and so I cover it up with those different things. And I'm not sure what format I'm going to use next year. I like the Book of Magic Days. It's very versatile because I make this one file and then I can kind of use it in 7 different ways essentially. But I also kind of miss my old format books with all the space. So this one has a book within a book. This is from Amanda Fall at the Phoenix Soul. Love getting her art mail. And then I put my own Affirmations of Emerging ritual cards into the little book within a book. That was kind of extra fun. Went to see Wizard of Oz on ice with my kid. So that is there. This one has a book within a book. This is from Soul. Oh, this is really cute. This is from Soul Feather Art on Patreon, and she actually lives in Missouri too, so that was fun to find her. I found her only because this is from Amanda as well, because Patreon has introduced quips, and which is kind of like a little sort of mini social media. But here's the deal. What I love about quips is you can actually get to the end of them. You can scroll down and that's it. You're done. There's no more. You've seen all the quips there are to see, and it's amazing to not have that continuous scroll that feeds that kind of addiction to staying on and looking. This is a succulent dragon from Katie Lipscomb. I mentioned her in the video before about the March handbook, and so she did a collab with a D&D campaign creator to do these fantasy dragons for this D&D campaign. So that was the succulent dragon. I just printed them out and cut them out. Little free art from the art gallery at Little Free Art at Dauphin Island. Pieces from a calendar. This is leftover from the D&D campaign. I went to bookmark this bar, which is a new bookstore in town. Picked up some flowers while skating with my kids. Books of Magic Days really can hold everything. Here's a little zine again from Amanda Fall, and this could easily put into a pocket instead, because it does have words in the back, but I like to just glue it in. And that was from Bookmark This Bar also. I laugh. I'm doing an art journaling class with the kids at co-op, and one of the things I told them is, if you get a cool tag from your jeans, you can turn it into something and put it in the book. And they kind of laughed at me like, what do you mean cool tag from your jeans? And it's like, well, a cool tag from your jeans. There you go. This was we were cleaning house, and this is this mermaid my daughter made ages and ages and ages ago when she was much younger, but I went ahead and stuck it on my book. It was fun. And magazine pictures and stickers and those little free Tibetan prayer flags that they send you in the mail with a request for donation. And went to see Fiddler on the Roof too, which was at one of the local plays. Very well done. Fine Linen Theater. My daughter ushers for the theater, and my mom has ushered for the theater for years, and so they go. This is from Jonathan Stahl's little pen and ink art thing. He has a great Patreon that's about walking and art, so big fan of him. This was from a greeting card, I believe, that I cut up. And I forget whose deck that is, but it's somebody's deck that I had an extra copy of. Coloring page from Joni Ray, Tales of a Kitchen Witch. And then these cards were made, I use these cards in my art journaling class for the co-op kids as well. I got them, I think, in a silent auction at Gaia Goddess Gathering and at some point. And I never did, oops. Something happened there, sorry about that. I never did go back and add anything to the tag. We were doing tags in the co-op class too, and I don't know, I just didn't go back and put anything on it. And then there was an extra page because there was some long story with printing, but there's an extra page. I was possibly going to add some stuff to that. I didn't, but guess what? Here's a little homeschool mom secret. If there's ever an extra page that you're not going to use, you can tear it out. You don't have to leave it in there. So I might be going to tear that out, so because it kind of bugs me. And then this is from Water of Whimsy, the seasonal card art print from Water of Whimsy. And then I never ended up coloring. I got, which is kind of awesome because March is Persephone's month, and my book, I finished my new Thunder and Roses book in March, and then my random card that I packed these up as oracle card packs at the end of the year, and then put them in envelopes to open as a surprise kind of as the year goes on. And so I loved the Demeter was my card for March because she was also my Omen Days card for March as well. So there was just a really awesome little synchronicity there, and I make that into a little card packet. But like I said, usually I color this with colored pencils, and this time I just didn't. And that is one of those things. It's okay if sometimes you do something and sometimes you don't. You just keep going. Life is a process after all. So this is my Omen Days packet for March. And so again, this was done at the end of December and beginning of January, and then you get the messages, or you then receive the messages for the month at which they were intended. So I have all those things. And then I have the temporary tattoo book from Maya Toll, and it has these altar cards in it. And so I pull out one of those cards. I do my best to make that be, I should just pull them out all at once and shuffle them. I don't. I just reach into the book kind of blindly with my fingers and just touch the one that I touch, and then that's the one I pull out. But really I should probably pull them out at once and shuffle them instead of doing it that way, but whatever. If I don't know, then they'd fall out if I had them all pulled out. I'm not sure. So that's all my things in my Book of Magic Days video for March. I hope you find that encouraging. And as always, go to 30daysofgoddess.com for a whole bunch of free printables. 30daysofgoddess.com/101 has the printable files for books, etc., and card decks, etc. And then Goddess Magic Mystery School is where all of the monthly updates unfold, including magic mail that comes in the mail, including printables for every month, including live community practices, etc., etc., etc. Lots offered there. And again, you can always just dip and dive into what works with you. You don't have to do everything. You can join the Goddess Magic Mystery School and just come to the community practice lives, and that can be enough. You can print out all the stuff that you want to use. You can use some of it, you can use none of it, you can use all of it. You can use some one month and different pieces the next month. None of this is intended to tell you what to do. It is intended to create a container that holds, nourishes, and supports you, and to help you create that container in your own life for regular daily replenishment, renewal, and really sustenance. So thank you so much for being here. Keep living your magic, everybody. Bye-bye.